Going all, and welcome to another episode of Modification Monday. Today we are going to be covering stuff that I use for self-piercing. Please note that I am not a professional by any means. Please do not pierce yourself if you do not know what you're doing or you're going to make a complete fool of yourself. I highly recommend you go to a professional for any type of piercing so you do not know what you're doing, and don't do this at home if you're going to just do it out of sheer stupidity. Here what I have here is two different size needles, one's a 14 and one's a 13, and I'll be sharing those with you. This is a 14 gauge needle. It is in a sealed packaging, sterilized by EO gas. I highly recommend you use these sets of needles, not safety pin, not any piercing guns or sewing needles or anything like that. Not even an earring, please. But make sure that they haven't been used, that they're sterile, that they're hollow, and it's easy for the jewelry to go through. Here I have the 13 gauge needle if you ever want to use a 14 gauge jewelry, and it makes the transition easier. Again, you want to make sure these haven't been used and that they're sterilized and they're hollow. Now I'm going to be covering the jewelry. This is a standard 18 gauge nose stud. This is titanium, and that's what I use in my jewelry. And this is 1/4 in length, and this just accommodates swelling, because swelling is going to happen. And notice that the C part, it holds the jewelry in place. Here I have 3 sets of labret bars. One is for healed purposes only, and the other 2 are for use just to accommodate swelling because the labret length is longer. This is a 14 gauge titanium labret bar. It's externally threaded. It's 3/8 in length, and this accommodates swelling very well. And you want to use external threaded jewelry. You also want to use something that is going to be longer than your piercing to accommodate swelling, or it's just going to be horrific for the healing process. This is not recommended for healing at all, because this is a 16 gauge labret. It's only 5/16, and it's not good if it's freshly pierced, because it's going to be embedded in your ear. But it's after the healing process, and yeah, let's just leave it at that. This is also a 16 gauge. It's also 3/8, so that also accommodates for swelling if you want to go down the double-ended barbell route, even though it's open for one. These are sterilized gloves. I highly recommend you wear gloves if you're going to pierce another person, or if you pierce yourself, if you're a germophobic like me. But yeah, let's just move on. And this is the cork that I use on the other side of the area, in case so you don't hurt yourself while piercing, and you don't want other wounds or anything like that. This is another one that I use. It's kind of it is a corkscrew, but this one's made of foam, and that's another one to stop the piercing from you hurting your self. These are cotton swabs. This is used for cleaning purposes or hard to reach areas before piercing. These are these are alcohol prep, and you use them to clean before piercings. Rubbing alcohol also works too. These are kind of forceps or whatever that I just recently picked up, is to hold the piercing hold the area while you're piercing so it's even, so it's straight. I had a plastic one, but that ended up breaking, so I just recently bought that, and it's very comfortable because I tried it out for myself. And this is just a sea salt solution for cleanup and the healing process. I highly recommend you using sea salt solutions, water solutions only. You can get these in a spray bottle form, but you can also mix 1/4 sea salt with hot water. That also works too. And yeah, do that like twice a day. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not sure if this has been done before, but again, these are the materials I use to pierce myself. It's pretty much self-explanatory and common sense that you use these. And again, if you don't know what you're doing, please see a professional about getting something pierced. Don't be stupid. Don't do it out of sheer stupidity if you do not know what you're doing. And yeah, this is another episode of Modification Mondays. This is Elle signing out. Have a great day.